What's up, everybody? We are live. You are very, very welcome along to, I don't know, late night agenda, whatever you want to call it. 2 seconds. 2 seconds, lads. That's all it took. 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
It was him. He just said before the stream.
2 seconds. This is what I have to deal with, ladies and gentlemen. 2 seconds, 2 kids. I'm here. I'll be professional. We are here to take you through what's been a fairly eventful day in the Premier League in general. And of course, we haven't really had a chance to catch up with you yet, Chris, after yesterday. Did you have a few sherbets? Did you celebrate, or were you just exhausted from another 120 minutes of the penalty shootout?
Do you know what? I didn't, because it was I went and had due celebrations on Friday, and then decided, you know what, I'm not going to drink today. Even when we won, I withstood any sort of pressure, and I was just like, you know what, it's not going to happen. I managed to enjoy the game in its full capacity, and yeah, it was so stressful, and I wish I had been drinking, to be honest with you, to try and relieve any of the pain. But yeah, it was great. I'm just very, very happy. I was buzzing with it, and to have Kostas Tsimikas scoring the winning penalty as well, it just couldn't be written better.
And now we will go to a cautionary tale from Mr. Paddy Murphy about what happens when you don't take it easy after you win the FA Cup, and you stupidly get Craig to bring you to a pub. Paddy, give us the other side of events, mate.
Yeah, feeling a bit rough. It's a good job I only started drinking about 10:15, because God knows what I would have done if I was out for the game. But yeah, we certainly made a dent in my liver and bank. But you know what? These are the days, my friends. These are the days.
Yeah, we've loads to get through. We will go through it momentarily, but as always, folks, before we get a chance to get stuck into it, we have a little word from our sponsors, our friends at Surfshark. Give me 1 minute and 9 seconds of your time. Thank you very much. This video is being brought to you with thanks to our friends at Surfshark. Surfshark is an app or browser extension that allows you to not only browse the internet entirely anonymously, but also very securely. Surfshark will secure your data with industry-leading measures using uncrackable encryption and the most secure VPN protocols. One subscription with Surfshark will work across all of your devices. I use it for unlocking things like American Netflix. We also use it if we want to watch our Canadian DAZN account and a couple of other bits and pieces. The good news is you can get 83% off. That's right, I did say 83% off. And an additional 3 months free using the Anfield Agenda link in the description. They've also got a really credible and unique 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like Surfshark, it doesn't meet your needs, which I'm going to be honest with you, it will and you won't. But if you do, if you want to change, Surfshark give you 30 days to change your mind. Why not give Surfshark a try? You'll be supporting us here at Anfield Agenda, and you'll be treating yourself to the best VPN provider out there, bar none. Again, appreciate your support, my friends. And yeah, that's what happens when me and Connor get a spare hour. Don't we bang together little lads like that? So yes, thank you to Surfshark. But yeah, gentlemen, so much to unpack today. Who watched the Manchester City game? Who had the balls to do it? Because I slept through it.
I was lying in bed and I had it on because I was too hungover to actually sit up and watch it. I've seen the goals though.
I'm gonna smash your fucking microphone any second now. I'm gonna run over to your house and smash your microphone if it doesn't stop making noise, Christoph.
Is it mine? Is it making?
Definitely yours, because you're too fucking cheap to buy a proper stand for it.
I've got a proper stand, mate. I've got a stand. It's all there. It's just difficult.
Oh, he's doing it again. Oh my god.
What?
It makes it like a noise when you move it. It's loose or something.
Just leave it in one place you're comfortable with it and don't touch it. Just put your hands near it. Pretend it isn't the cock. Just leave it alone.
I would see what Paddy was doing during the ad read, mate. I don't know why he's laughing.
Oh, he was greedy. Let's just say he was acting greedy during the ad read. They were coming in from every angle.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, to get back to the game, gentlemen, a little bit surprised to see that result, if I'm being honest with you. 2-2. I promise you I wasn't going to do this, Chris, but I have to. I mean, my mind immediately went to Spurs game. I know what you're going to say, and I know you're going to be right, but is there anything to be said for another mass? And is there anything to be said for Felipe Coutinho doing us a favour in the last day of the season? Chris, just give me an answer that gives me some goddamn hope, please. Thank you.
To be honest, mate, it's a quote that you've said multiple times. It's the hope that kills you, and I don't want to be killed, mate. I have absolutely zero hope that Aston Villa will do anything. And I also don't blame the Tottenham game as well, because if we're going to blame the Tottenham game, why not go further back and blame the Chelsea game, and then why not go further back and blame the Brighton game? You know, there's loads and loads of instances where we could have got points, but then there's loads of instances where Manchester City could have got more points as well. You know, let's not forget they battered the door down against Southampton and Crystal Palace, and they didn't get any 3 points from them. So yeah, I have no hope, but at the same time, I'm not going to go back and use revisionism as well, because I don't think that's fair. I think we just have to treat it as the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're right, Chris, but oh God, it's gonna happen again, Paddy, isn't it? It's gonna happen again. They're gonna beat us by a fucking point again. Oh, lads.
Yeah. West Ham really probably should have stayed on. Like, they bottled it. West Dawson had a howler. Kufal with a tremendous own goal. Like, but then again, if they hadn't lost, it would have gone down to goal difference anyway if they had won both games. But it could have semi been in our hands if they had a loss today, which would have been great. But now it's not. Now we need Villa to just get a result, to be fair, providing we win both our games. Let's be honest. Take Steven Gerrard and Felipe Coutinho out of the equation, and we'd all be like, no hope for Villa. It's a nice thought. I will hope for it. I will still line up for deadline day, or line up for the final day, and be ready and excited. But I would be extremely shocked if City didn't slap them up badly.
I think it'll be 5 or 6-0, honestly.
Yeah, not to mention. Well, the game was a good game, but they have Tyrone Mings at defense, and he's like one of the almost worst defenders I think I've ever seen. He's the most overrated man you've ever seen play the game. They also are fighting Burnley, or they're playing Burnley on the Thursday, I believe, who are fighting for their life. So who knows? It'll be a great story. It'll be one of the best redemption arcs and stories in Premier League history that Gerrard could finally win the league for Liverpool. It would be amazing. But my head says no chance. My heart says yes.
Here's kind of where I am. I've come to peace with at least that draw today. West Ham and City removes the goal difference aspect to it in my head. For that to come into play, we'd both need to. Well, they need to lose last day of the season. We'd need to draw if we beat Southampton. So that's done. The idea of both of those things happening, nah. But I won't lie. I do have a glimmer in me, Chris. I have a little glimmer. You know, look, I was sitting in the beer cellar in Liverpool with some other Liverpool fans. We did an Anfield Agenda meetup. The season we did lose it by a point, and then of course went to win the Champions League. So I've been in this situation before and built myself up and been let down. But I don't know. I don't know, Chris. There's something in me, man. I just won't let this go yet, because I was hoping to wake up today and it to be resolved for me, one way or the other. So either West Ham pulled a miracle out their ass, or Manchester City destroyed them and added 4 more goals, and the goal difference was insurmountable. So this has actually made it more difficult, because I was sending over my predicted 11 for the Southampton game to Connor, and I did it out last night, thinking that City were going to win. And I won't lie to you, lads, I was thrown in fucking everybody and everywhere, keeping them all safe for the final. But now Klopp's left with a really difficult group of decisions to make, because he can't go weak against Southampton on Tuesday, because we need to make a goal to the last day of the season. And we don't know the situation with some of our lads after yesterday, although I'm a little bit more confident in Verge when I seen the videos of him dancing around the dressing room. So I'm a little bit more confident that Verge will be all right. But I don't know. What do we do? What do we do? And chat, by the way, I'd love the chat to get in on this. What do we do on Tuesday? You know, because we have to at least get the win, not maybe chase the goal difference. Because the
goal difference is done.
Yeah, it's done. To me, the goal difference is done. There's no need to.
We're not going to lose to Wolves on the last day, no matter what. Like, you know, it's not happening. The goal difference is absolutely done. That won't come into equation, which is kind of a relief. At least we know our fate now. We win both of our games, and we always were going to need a favor on the final day. I think there was never going to be a scenario where we didn't need a favor on the final day. I don't think. The difficulty I find is I had given up. After the Tottenham game and City went then won Newcastle. I was like, that's it, gone. So I was finished, and now I've been reeled back in. And because we've got that glimmer of hope today, it's just, is there a twist in the tail? Is there a City bottle to be had? Will we finally be on the right side of a final day title race? It'd be so perfect if we were, but then my head's like Kevin De Bruyne at 4-0, 15 minutes in, you know?
Yeah.
City are angry.
I realised I completely didn't answer what you said there, by the way. Sorry, I went off on a tangent.
That's all right. I do them all the time. No problemo. Yeah, Chris, look, I'm glad we are going to go to a last day decider one way or the other. It feels like it should. It feels like it deserves to go to a last day decider.
Everywhere in the league's going through a last day decider.
No, Connor said that to me earlier. Everything. Champions League spots, maybe Europa League spots if you want to say West Ham are still in with a bit of a chance, but certainly the relegation's on, and we'll go on to that in a minute. But yeah, brilliant end of the season.
It's all going to the final day, Craig. Relegation title as well. Oh my God.
It's like Connor impression.
Yeah.
That's very good, actually.
Thanks. Nice, Chris.
Yeah, but it does deserve. It does deserve. Of course, it does. It's been an incredible season from Liverpool and Manchester City at different times. And it's all going to collide at the last moment. Hopefully, they are the ones who slip up this time, and it's not Stevie, and he takes advantage.
I still get PTSD from that Norwich game. This does not slip now. We go Norwich exactly the same, and then he fucking slips. Are you mad? What's that about?
I know it's lads. I don't know. It's
Villa are shit though.
Well,
I still think they've got something in them. They've got individual players that can create something. That's the only thing that gives me a modicum, and I'm talking 0.01% of hope. I have fully resigned myself to Man City winning the title. I have got absolutely no emotion invested in this title race whatsoever. I'm that convinced that they're going to go to Villa.
Simple question for the chat. Do you have any hope? Yes or no? Simple answers in the chat. Do you have any hope for the last day? Yes or no? I might as well bring this out a shot, actually. Yeah, so...
Craig, pull up the chat there. Someone said something there. What's that? The super chat there, Craig.
Did I miss the super chat from Rabadan? I believe I did, actually. I seen it a second ago.
Pull up that there now, Craig, will you?
I'd be seeing Mings lose an aerial duel to Dan James. Yeah, he's not great.
No. I mean, listen, of course we have hope. But I think I'm with Chris on the we've won the FA Cup. We've never led this title race. I'm not expecting the Premier League title. It'll be a bonus at this stage. I've always said that the Champions League is a must. If we can win this title on the final day to win the quadruple, it won't be. We couldn't because we don't know yet. But yeah, of course, there's hope. Whether it'll happen or not is
a glimmer is probably as far as I would define it.
I'm just going to bring up all the positive comments. We're going to will this one over the line together.
The question I have: do you think Gerrard, when doing his team talks ahead of that game, will specifically say "do it for Liverpool," or will he try and hide that?
I was thinking about this actually earlier on, Paddy. I think the angle is going to go down as you're all playing for your places next season, because he can't go in there and go, "Do it for me, lads, for Liverpool." You know what I mean? He has to go in with the approach of, you're all playing for your places next season. Nobody's secure. This is your last chance. That's the way I'd go at it. If I was
whoever scores gets a goal and misses.
I don't think he'll be quite going down that angle.
But no, yeah, I'd love to know. Yeah, it's interesting. I can't wait to hear his pre-match, because obviously we're not going to hear it till like a Friday at the earliest because they have Burnley. But if he does beat City and wins us the league, I think that's redemption for 2014. Not for him, probably personally, because he'll want to win it himself. But it'll be a long way towards redemption, and he could expel the ghosts of past.
Yeah, so, I mean, I've got to be really honest about this, Chris. I don't give a fuck about Gerrard's redemption at this point. That is the furthest part of my thinking. If he's going to win it with us, hopefully he wins it as a manager down the line if he gets the job. But right now, I'm thinking about us celebrating, the players having the moments with the fans, and also Pep's head exploding a little bit. I mean, I am lowering myself down to Pep's level at this point. of bitterness. I am kind of getting there a little bit. Seeing his little head explode wouldn't be too bad.
Oh yeah, mate. Honestly, it would be cathartic. I will say that he's someone who I think is very easy to like in some ways and is very easy to hate in others. And
I'm starting to
see,
get on board with the fraud stuff, Chris, but not about his managerial skills. Not about his managerial skills, just about him.
and I think people could say the same about Klopp as well. Though the stuff he said about
No, they
Conte,
couldn't.
I thought was ridiculous.
How?
The stuff he said about Conte was mad, and it's pure tactics. It's mind games, and I understand why every manager does it, but it just seems like he's got Liverpool in his head 24/7, like all the time. It's always Liverpool.
I think he
It's always a
craves
comparison to Liverpool.
I think, sorry for cutting across you there, Chris.
Go
I
on, mate.
feel like it's just when I get a good idea, it's very rare, and I jump in, so my bad. And it mightn't even be a good idea, but I think he yearns for what Klopp has with our fans. I think Pep yearns for that global adulation and love and respect from his. I'm sure he has respect from his peers, but he knows. I think deep down, when he puts his head on his silk pillow at night time, and there was thoughts going through that head of his, I think he knows. I think he knows deep down. He knows where they're never going
He
to
should
get
have made
back.
a better choice. The club then, bless him. Like going to Manchester City, you're always going to be tarnished with that brush. Whatever manager goes there, like they'll never have the history and the connection that Liverpool, Man United, probably even Arsenal do. Like there's no history there. There's nothing at Manchester City. They are fully built and they're still being built. Whereas Liverpool have had so much over the last 100 years. Man City have got the last 10, really. Not ignoring their old history, but they've gone from 0 to 100 so quickly that they can't be taken that seriously.
Come on, Klopp's just as bad sometimes, says LFC Gyps. I don't think he is, Now, look, I'm going to come to Paddy on this, but do I think Klopp has said some stupid shit? Yes. I think they all do in the heat of the battle, but I really do feel like Pep is obsessed with Liverpool. I really do, Paddy. Like, I'm not just saying this for a segment or anything. Like, everything about them, from the sense of when they won the league and they're on the plane, they were singing about us. Look at yesterday when we won the FA Cup. Do you think Manchester City at that moment in time were in any of those boys' heads when they were dancing around Wembley?
It's just because Liverpool are so much bigger than them on every level. People talk about Liverpool winning more than City. They care more. Like when City win FA Cups or League Cups, literally no one cares. It's like embarrassing, which is whatever your opinions on that. And it just Pep presents the fact that Klopp is lauded, and Pep always has like an asterisk beside his winnings at City because of his spending power. So yeah, it's just jealousy because their club is not even a fifth of the size of Liverpool. Like, it's embarrassing. I don't know if you've seen a clip this week that came out, Aguero at the statue unveiling. There was about 20.
Very nice one to put out a statue for Tony Kroos, by the way. That was very kind of them.
There was about 20 City fans there. It was the most embarrassing shit you've ever seen. Like, it's crazy. They're just so tin pot. It's insane. Now, listen, they did, when they were in like League One, they were selling 30,000 seats. They do have loyal fans, but they just, they'll never be as big as Liverpool, United, and the likes.
To hear even today, Chris, to hear Pep Guardiola having to go out of his way to say that the Etihad he guarantees the Etihad will be sold out and full next weekend. Like, even just that statement alone to me was just like, Pep, you just know, mate. Let's just admit it. Everything I said, Paddy said, it's all true, and he knows it. And I don't know why he just keeps trying to make himself feel better about it. Just go about your job, accept you're a fucking mercenary, and just work away.
Exactly, and that I think it does get to him. I think he's a perfectionist and an obsessive. Like, he wants everything to be, the best it's ever been, and that he can be the best that he's ever been, and he'll never have that with Man City. And I think that bugs him, man. I really, really do. I mean, the fact that you have to try and guarantee to sell out a final game of the season where you might not, it's just like a decider almost, is madness. You could guarantee that, almost guarantee that Anfield will be sold out for every single game of the season, if not definitely. Like, there's probably, you could fill out Anfield twice over for every game of season. So he will never have that. You can never manufacture that. You can never buy that. And that's what I think is frustrating.
Paddy, would you agree with this? I think Rabadan has nailed it.
The reason City don't get the recognition they feel.
Both. It's a bit of both, I think.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like there's a lot to hate about City. You know, now Newcastle are going to get the same stuff. Now they're going to have their rise. And
Pissed on by me and you.
What?
Yeah.
They're going to have their rise to glory pissed on by me and you.
Yeah, no, but they're going to be the next team to start being hated. It's just the way it is. I think the difference with Newcastle is they're already because Newcastle, like, there's no real challenge to fill St. James's Park. They are a big club. Well, they're a decent size.
I've got to go out on a limb here, lads. Hand on fucking heart, I consider Newcastle a bigger club than Man City. Hand on heart. I'm not saying this for a response. If you asked me 5 years ago, bigger club, 6 years ago, I would have said Newcastle. And this sports washing shit to me doesn't wash, ironically. So yeah, I'm going to say I think Newcastle have a better core, bigger group.
I would say they've got a bigger fan base because they've always filled out St. James's Park, even in their worst times. Yes, there's been people boycotting tickets in recent years. And I think there will be in the future as well, because there is still some who maintain some principle up there. But like, yeah, I'd say they are. But history-wise, I'm not sure, because when was the last time Newcastle won a cup? 1950s? Last time they won anything? Like they haven't like Man City probably history-wise are better than Newcastle. I'm actually going to Google it now. I'm pretty sure it's like 1959 last time they won anything.
55. Wait, what? Oh, 69 apparently.
69. There you go. Their last major domestic trophy was in 1955, but their last major trophy was in 1969. Yeah, so probably Man City are bigger.
I don't know. Look, I have a little bit of an inbuilt bias here because I've always had a soft spot for Newcastle as well. I'll be the first one to admit that. You know, if you go back to watch videos 2-3 years ago, people say to me who would just support if Liverpool wasn't around, I've always said Newcastle. I just like the people. I feel like I get on with the folks at Newcastle. So yeah, look, it is what it is. To move it along a little bit though, gentlemen, team selection ahead of this game against Southampton. Let's try and break it down, and I'd love the chat to jump in on this as well if you guys have a chance. Sorry, it wouldn't be the first time, mate, and it definitely won't be the last. You can guarantee on that one. Oh yeah, no, I feel like I have a bit more tin pot stuff to get out of my system. Hang on, I'm not finished yet. What the fuck was the flag waving about yesterday from Chelsea fans? Paddy called it out during the watch along. What the fuck was this plastic flag waving Tory nonsense? It's so bad. It's so bad. Like, Chelsea should get it. They should get it. There's proper footballing people that have been going to Chelsea for years. What the feck is that about, lad? Come on. It's
I just don't get it. I don't get it. Does it even do it? I don't even think it creates a good spectacle. Like, I just think it looks stupid.
It looks plastic.
Exactly. It's madness. At least copy some of the big clubs in the world.
So, as somebody who lives in the world of cringe, I think it's fair to say that this is right up there in the cringe category. It's yeah. Like, you look at the Liverpool end, and I know we're a different breed, by the way. Our traveling cop is amazing, but you look at our end. If like, it's natural. People have gone out of their way to make the banners, the flags. They've been around the world in Europe, the different stadiums and places, and it's just, it banged. Let's be honest. It absolutely went off. And God bless One Kiss as well, by the way. What an anthem for us. Even though it came off the back of a loss. Nice to see Dua Lipa and Calvin Harris on Instagram having a little comment on it as well, which was class. I mean, our end looked amazing yesterday, lads. I was
something in you. Ooh. What a tune.
Yeah, it's amazing. It went off yesterday, and the lads were enjoying it so much. Thoughts on Scousers booing the national anthem?
Yes.
I have a funny story on this, actually. I was watching Sky News last night, not Sky Sports News, Sky News. And they were going through the headlines of the papers, and one of them was Liverpool fans boo Prince William.
Yeah.
Now, they then went to one of their journalists to say, why would Liverpool fans have done that? Now, in fairness to Sky, they did do a couple of minutes on how great Liverpool were and all this stuff. But then went, and she's like, I don't know. I've got no idea. And I was like, really? I'm
Do your
fucking Irish,
research,
and I
bro.
know exactly why they're booing Prince William. It's not because of anything about Prince William as an individual. It's about the collective and the city being shit upon by London and the royal family and being just bypassed for a long time. So I don't know how that they didn't understand it. Like, I'm Irish, and I think I understand it to a large degree, and I certainly would understand it a lot more if I was Scouts. But lads, come on, Jesus Christ! Surely, Chris, you're English.
Yeah, it's just what it's a symbol. He's a symbol, and I genuinely, I'm not a royalist at all, but I think he comes across quite well. But like, it's just like, it's not about him as an individual, as you said. It's about him as a representative of the collective of the royal family and the connections that they've had with certain leaders in the past that have completely bypassed and, well, stomped on the North, in Liverpool included. And yeah, it's just, look, I'm fully behind the booing in the national anthem, and I hope they continue to do it to the end of time.
I'm very respectful that the Scousers have the courage of their convictions to just say it as it is. It's one of the reasons why I think Paddy Wee's Irish people love Scousers so much, is because they do have that courage of their convictions, and they do have a set of moral values that they believe and hold dear, and they were shit upon by London and the royal family for the 70s, 80s, maybe before, I don't know, I wasn't alive, but I understand it. I absolutely, and I stand by them.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're absolutely well within the rights, 100%. Back their beliefs for sure. I often wonder when that happens, though, for the non-Scouts English Liverpool fans that do be there, they must be like, what's going on here? Like, you know, it must be weird, because I'd never booed the Irish national anthem, no matter the context, ever. But that's different, completely different, because we haven't been, where I'm from, hasn't been, it's completely different. Like, it's an anomaly. That's why people don't get it. But yeah, as you said, everything you said there is true. The Liverpool they've been shat on by institutions for decades and decades and decades, and they'll never forget that, and that's why they proudly say Scouse, not English.
Yeah, and exactly, it's that moral belief and compass that I personally find very endearing about Scousers. I'm somebody who has my own moral compass that I stand by, and I see a lot of the similar attributes in them, and that's, I suppose, again, maybe one of the reasons why I was drawn towards Liverpool, even from a younger age. The values of the club have always been very at the forefront of the club's business. Now, look, with big business, of course, things move a little bit. But look, I feel like I'm on a tangent. Let's get back to a team selection. Southampton. If Mo's fit, he doesn't play because he can't risk him, surely. You know, he's got to be honed, rested, massaged, ready to go for the Champions League final. So surely, are we in agreement that even if Mo's fit, you can't play him?
No, I wouldn't play him anyway,
Saturday,
to be honest.
Tuesday, like maybe next week for the home game, but not Tuesday.
I probably, as I said, I agree to play him against Wolves if he's available, fit and available for maybe 60 minutes or half an hour. But yeah, I wouldn't even think about even Virgil on Tuesday. I'd brush Virgil, to be honest. I know it's a big game and I know we have to win it, but it is more important that he's fit for the Champions League final than he's fit for Southampton and for Wolves in a title that we might not win. We're a lot closer to winning the Champions League than we are to winning the Premier League, in my opinion. And it's so vital that Virgil van Dijk is fit for that final. Even though Joel Matip was amazing when he came on.
Technically, we're only one game closer in the Premier League.
Oh, yeah. By the way, whoever did Sky Sports player ratings is an absolute clown. They somehow managed to give Joel Matip and Bobby Firmino the same score. I don't know what they were watching.
That's mad.
Both got sevens.
What?
I thought Matip
Firmino got 7.
Yeah.
Firmino could have got a 4. But listen, he hasn't played. He's rusty, but yeah, he wasn't great, was he?
No, bless him. But Matip should be
good. I thought Matip did really well when he came on.
Matip was phenomenal. I didn't even notice Virgil was gone. Matip was class.
That could have had a Salah going off in Kiev like effect on us yesterday when Virgil went off, because it's almost like, oh my god, he's the man, he's the guy, he's the Donny, and Matip just stepped in, and it like he wasn't there. Like I don't remember Chelsea having a real clear cut chance in extra time.
That was the most pointless 30 minutes of football I think I've ever, from both sides. Not like it was just go to penalties, lads. It was, you were never getting a goal in that extra time period from either team. It was was mad. I was listening to Jermaine Genius, I think it was, because I didn't get to listen to the commentary yesterday when we were doing the watch along because we watched them in silence. I was listening to Jermaine Genius, and when Mane missed the penalty, he said, "Oh, the momentum swung entirely in Chelsea's favour now. You can hear it in their fans, and I think they'll go on to do this," or something along those lines. And yeah, how'd that work out for you, Jermaine? Didn't work out too well, did it? Did not work out too well. Did you see the thread that I sent into the group chat? And I don't know if you guys have seen this. Chris, if you have it in front of you there, could you just give the author a shout out?
I can get it. I can get it if you want, mate.
Yeah, just give the author a shout out.
If you want,
this
I
is
reckon he does. Yeah.
This is one of the best threads that I've read around the psychology of a penalty shootout ever. It is phenomenal the way this guy broke it down.
Dear Jordet.
Spell it out.
GERJORDET.
Yeah, do check it out. It is phenomenal. He breaks down exactly why Klopp did everything right and why Tuchel shit the bed completely when it came to the penalty shootout. And it just gives you an indication again, Paddy, about Klopp's supreme man management.
Yeah, it was really intriguing actually to read that. I was like, oh, maybe this could be reaching, but no, it's really informative. And yeah, listen, Klopp clear. They tried to say Tuchel was, but I seen Chelsea fans say, "Oh, Tuchel coached the 3-0." What are you talking about? Like, I coached myself pulling Mia Khalifa. It doesn't mean it happened. Like, stop trying to convince yourself. Like, but yeah, Klopp clear. Always has, always will be.
Yeah, it was brilliant. So basically, to surmise the piece a little bit, he broke down why Klopp didn't use group pressure and mentality for the penalty shootout, and he went around and managed each person individually, managed his time well, and even down to the details of Liverpool making sure we got the side of the circle and the halfway line closest to our coaches for the instructions to be shouted. It was just brilliant, absolutely phenomenal, and a great example, Chris, of why at the very, 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 very top level of sport, these minor things can make all the difference.
I was going to say, like, every tiny advantage that you can get, and if you add them all up, they make a significant one. There's no coincidence as to why Liverpool have won multiple penalty shootouts this season. Like, they have got everything right, and it's practiced. It's not luck. Like, there's obviously an element of luck to which way the keeper goes, blah, 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 but then they even prepare for that. Like, every single element of every situation is practiced, and it's like, what can we do in this situation to make sure that we have the best chance of winning? And we've done that every single time. I just think even the penalty taking situations, that the chances that I think they use Neuro 11, which are the set piece company, done amazing. So yeah, like what tiny advantages always make the biggest differences, I feel.
Yeah, it was. They certainly, Klopp gave a shout out again to Euro 11, the company who I think has helped them to decide the order of the penalty takers and who takes them and who doesn't. And again, small details, but this is why Pep Linders, Klopp, Kravitz, the coaching staff that we have are quite simply second to none. It was that small differences of not losing your head in those peak moments and the players going up and scoring the penalty. It was brilliant. Again, we've scored what? We've missed one penalty from 16. In our penalty shootouts this season.
Yeah. Make it 2 from 22 if you include Leicester.
That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. I have a question, Chris, as a referee, that's always bugged me, and it reminded me yesterday, and I look, it's potentially a bit embarrassing of a question, but yesterday when Alison saved Mount's penalty, you got a strong hand on it and the ball spun backwards. Now Alison stood there and just kind of casually caught the ball. But what if that ball spun back into the goal from Alison saving it?
Now, in a penalty shootout, I actually don't know the answer to that. In a penalty shootout, obviously in normal play, it would be a goal if it's spun back in. I will actually check the IFAB for that. So give me until the end of the stream and I'll find it.
It was just I only noticed the Paddy when I seen good strong left hand from Alison on Mount's penalty. It spun out to the 6-yard box and then start coming back, and Alison just casually grabbed it like and walked away. But I just wondered. I've seen it happen in real time, Chris, like you've said, in a match. I've seen it happen and a goal be scored, but in a penalty shootout, because there's no extra touches. It's the same strike.
Yeah, it must be. It must be a goal. Like I don't think there's any reason why, because it could be like the keeper could touch it onto the post and then it go in. It's the same. I think it's the same thing. Yeah, there'd be.
I don't know, because
he's giving it, celebrating the strong hand on the panel. And it goes back because it was going into the goal. By the way, it was going back in. If you watch it back,
that happened before. I don't know what a keeper saved the penalty and went off celebrating, and it ended up spinning into the goal, and it was given. So I remember seeing that. So I think it does count. If it's the same motion, but I think it does count because I remember seeing that clip of the keeper celebrating, and the next thing the ball actually still went in. Let me try.
That'd be sickener, wouldn't it, lads?
Oh, I know.
Oh my days. Thank you for this super chat. Josh says, going at the final day of the Premier League for Josh, he said, reckon City will slip up against Villa. We must trash Southampton for goal difference. Goal difference is gone, Josh. Don't worry about it. It won't come into play. The only way it comes into play is if City lose last game of the season and we draw to Wolves after obviously beating Southampton. So that's not going to happen, I wouldn't say, mate. There's too many variables there. So I wouldn't say that's going to happen. So I don't think goal difference comes into it at this moment in time, but yeah, appreciate your super chat, mate, and your support.
I put it in the chat, by the way, the video, if anyone wants to watch it. It's the one of the goalkeeper. He saves it, celebrates, and it goes in.
Yeah, that's. I think I've seen that clip, and that's what made me. Yeah. Just when I was watching it back last night, I didn't notice it in real time because, like everybody, we were just celebrating that Alison saved it. But when I watched it back, I thought, "Oh, Jesus, what if that went in?"
Yeah,
Paddy, you fake fan you wrote off Liverpool winning the league. I also started the quadruple agenda at the start of fucking February, Nizar. So don't be talking bollocks.
I told you, lads, to just ignore the chat.
Don't read it, mate.
I'll take care of the chat for you.
Fair enough.
And we haven't even gotten on to Costas yet, by the way. If I want to Costas love in for a minute or two as well, because what a penalty. That's how a left footer should take a penalty, by the way. As a left footer myself, that's how you should take a penalty with your left foot.
Also left-footed, actually. How interesting. Are you left-footed, Paddy?
No, right foot.
Oh, yeah, nah. I don't know. It was a cracking penalty. I had absolutely zero confidence in it, mind.
I called it, Paddy. Did I or did I not say I want to cost us on a penalty?
Yeah, you did actually. Yeah, you said first 5-2. I called a lot of things yesterday as well.
I've never been more confident of anybody scoring a penalty in my lifetime.
Yeah, but then I forgot Mendy was his international teammate, and then that would have changed my opinion. So, funny clip now in retrospect. At least it doesn't matter.
It was an awful penalty from Sadio. And I said, and I didn't give him any stick when he missed it, watch it back. And I said I wouldn't either before he took it. And I won't, but it wasn't a great penalty. Either was Jimmy Milner's and Firmino's. You know, really, both of them were saved very closely.
I don't think
just Kepa save those. Kepa saves them, right?
If it makes them feel worse, then yeah, 100% Kepa saves them both.
Oh, mate. Imagine, it's just... imagine if he... I was thinking, would he bring Kepa on this time? Because he's still got the better record than Mendy, technically, statistically. So, but I'm not surprised he didn't, to be honest, with after what happened last time.
And here it comes, Chris. Here comes Craig's little referee rant. Pawson was awful.
I disagree.
Fuck you.
In
all seriousness, I just felt like he wasn't giving us anything in and around the edge of their penalty box at all. Our forwards were getting nothing from him, and Chelsea's forwards seemed to be getting a lot of frees for similar incidents.
Do you think? To be brutally frank, from rewatching the game this morning, I thought he got. There's a couple of niggly fouls that he got wrong, but overall, I thought he had a great game. To be honest, for an FA Cup final, I don't think there's not many better than that. Many better refereeing performances in recent years. He didn't actually impact the game negatively in any way, shape, or form, in my opinion.
Sorry, he's chuckling because your mic was going in and out for a second. That's why he's chuckling.
Oh, there we go.
I thought he was shit, to be fair, Paulson. I thought he was shit. No, I don't think he was. No, actually, I'm going to say I think he was a bit biased yesterday. I mean, look at the list of officials, though, Chris. I mean, if ever we had something to moan about, Pawson, I wouldn't have had him in my category of anti-Liverpool. Let's put it that way. But David Koo, fourth official, and Tierney on VAR. They're not even trying anymore. They're not even trying to make this a farce anymore or stop it being a farce.
But then, to be fair, if you try and make a selection,
Oh my god!
is it gone again? Is it gone again?
What are you doing?
The volume level's dropping. We can hear you, but the level's
I'm trying. I don't know what's going on.
No, it's okay now. It's okay now.
Wait there. My mic volume's on like 50. Why is it gone like? It just
Remember when you were buying a mic and I said, "Hey lads, everybody get this microphone."
Right, no,
you
it's
went
not
off
the
on
mic.
your
It's
own and bought
StreamYard.
your own little microphone.
Correct. It's
Even though I
it's
was paying for
StreamYard,
the one
right?
you were getting.
It's StreamYard, right? Because it keeps like changing my mic volume. You remember when mine went to 0 before, for just no reason?
There's a
Or it's
setting
just
you can go in. What computer are you using? A Windows PC or?
I'm on Windows, yeah, my laptop.
Yeah, there's a setting you can go into to stop your mic volume being hijacked. I'm not even sure if it's in StreamYard, but it might be on StreamYard as well. We'll talk about this
But
offline.
yeah, it just does that. But yeah, anyway, it cost me 120 quid. This anyway.
Get your money back.
It's mad. You could have got a
it's
good
not
one
the
for about
mic,
100.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, you do well to pick 4 referees in a refereeing team that would be capable of not anchoring any Liverpool fans. I mean, can you pick any?
That's how disgusted Mr. Murphy is with that refereeing performance. He's about to vomit, Chris.
I also felt I felt for my safety when you were going on a rant. I was like, please pause and stop being a dickhead. Craig's gonna kill me.
It's not the guys. It's not the mic. I'm not. I don't know what to tell you, lads. Like it's StreamYard.
Right, Mike has been all right for the past couple of minutes. You're all good.
I know. Well, there we go. I'm also on like constant surveillance of my internet as well because I know that's going to go soon.
Lads, who's getting relegated?
Burnley.
Apart from obviously the 2 that are gone, who's getting relegated because it's getting tasty down there.
Leeds.
Burnley.
Well, Leeds are the only ones that have 1 game to go from the 3 that are down there. So Everton and Burnley both have 2 to play. Yeah. Everton, I think the next game, if my memory's correct, is a home against Palace midweek. And they had 2 red cards today. Solomon Ron McDonald came on and got himself sent off with a ridiculous challenge.
That looked deliberate, like as in he wanted to get sent off.
It was horrible, wasn't it? That challenge.
It wasn't even. It was. What annoyed me about it, Chris, was that it was such a shiv version of the 2-foot tackle that he basically got sent off and didn't even have the satisfaction of going through somebody.
He missed him, didn't he?
Just about barely caught him, yeah. But it was a ridiculous challenge.
Yeah. But to be fair, I don't think Branthwaite and Rondon are going to be big misses for them. What is he laughing at now? It's like a different comment.
Oh yeah, Rondon looked like he meant to get sent off there. He genuinely did, like as a message.
It was. I tell you what, lads. I only watched the second half, but it was so beautiful just seeing Everton's collapse like that from 2-1 up.
Brighton
were already down to 10.
Brighton could be top half, or Brentford could be top half.
They're a difficult team to play when they're at it, Brentford. Like they really are, as we know only too well. Like Thomas Frank gets them working hard. There's no passengers in that Brentford team.
Why is my mic volume changed again? Why does it keep changing itself?
What are you on about? It's fine.
Yeah, but it changed just then. Like it changed to like 40 again for no reason. I wasn't even talking, and it just changed to 40.
I'm sick of you. If it's not your internet, if it's not your shit haircut, it's your mic.
Are you going through Google Chrome?
Yeah, I'm on Chrome, mate. I'm on Chrome.
Okay, I know the answer to this, but I can't talk you through it now.
Don't talk me through it now. I'm sure everyone won't really find that entertaining.
I had the same issue. That's why I know. I had the same issue. I used to have it on Skype a lot. Skype used to hijack my volume. There's a few workarounds that we can sort out.
Oh dear.
To be fair,
Joanne, don't say that to him. Don't say this to us, Joanne. Jesus, don't say this to us.
Oh, please no.
God no. Right, let's get it back focused. Right, loads of stuff to talk through. Relegation. Let's stick on this for a minute or two. Yeah, Leeds. Would we say Leeds? I don't want Leeds to go down, but they do look like they're in a lot of trouble.
Can you see Burnley getting any points though from their 2 games?
I think they might muster 1 win.
Who have they got? Villa and
I don't know who they'll ask
who
at
have they got on the
final day of the season.
day? They've got Villa. Oh, they got Newcastle at home last game of the season. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna say Leeds. I think they are going down.
Unfortunately, I want them to stay up, but it's just the way it looks at the moment.
Do you think
Yeah,
they'll stick with
it's,
Jesse Marsh if they go down?
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, they have
think
to
we
stick with Jesse Marsh,
Who
surely.
might not though.
I don't know. With his, I don't know whether he's really done anything, but I don't know whether he's had the chance. Like he's not really had the chance to bring in his own players and stuff.
I feel for him because he's basically played without a forward the entire time he's been there. Because Bamford has had terrible injury concerns this season. Dan James just is not a forward, as in through the middle forward. And Rodrigo is the worst footballer I think I've seen go for that amount of money in a very long time. He is all kinds of terrible, lads. All kinds of terrible. Whoever okayed that transfer did not understand that he was going to crash and burn as badly as he has.
Yeah.
He's been shite.
Yeah,
Got
I
to
agree.
someone Everton signed for that amount of money, surely.
That's been yeah. So we're all unfortunately agreeing on Leeds.
I think so.
Unfortunately, I'd love it to be
Right.
Everton, but I don't think so.
Couple of super chats to go through. One here about City's backline, which again will give us maybe a bit of positivity moving forward. City's backline was poor today with Fernandinho at the back. Villa will definitely score at least 1 goal. We have to believe, fellas.
Sorry, mate.
I didn't pull that up, did I?
Yeah,
Did I?
I didn't.
If I pulled that up, it was a complete accident, genuinely.
Mate, put it up, because I honestly I don't care. Like, I don't consider myself English anyway, so I'll make that very public.
I mean, I won't lie, Chris. I would have still pulled it up anyway because it was a super chat.
Absolutely,
I
absolutely.
sorry.
Thanks for the money, mate.
Right, where's this one? There's one more super chat I've missed.
He's not wrong.
There we go. Have a feeling, Steve, you can do it for us. Thank you, Kim. Appreciate it.
I feel more confident if he was playing.
I won't lie, lads. I do feel like a draw is not out of the realms of possibility. I do. I feel like it's not. If it was a win they needed, no, I wouldn't have it. I wouldn't give them a cat and hell's chance of getting it over the line. But a draw, I don't know, lads. I think I want to buy into what Paddy said about one of these the last day of the season. Things has to go for us eventually. It has to. And there's been a few comments this week. I don't know if you guys have seen them about. They reckon that the Aguero moment was staged almost by the Premier League. I thought there's been a bit of chatter. I think Rooney might have started this.
Nonsense.
What?
Nonsense.
But I'm looking for that, Paddy. I'm looking for anything that can help us out here.
As in the Premier League stage for us.
Yeah.
The issue is all of these final day things. We've always needed something to happen for us. We've never been in control.
Unlikely.
Not true.
Yeah.
We just needed not to lose by 2 to Arsenal in that one.
Well, I'm talking in my lifetime, man. Like in recent years.
There's only really been one then in your lifetime.
Well, 2. I mean, 2014. If Man City lost to West Ham at home, then we would have won the league.
No. Was it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where do you sit on that season, by the way? Because I put the blame squarely with Rodgers for the Chelsea game.
I put the blame squarely with Rodgers pretty much everything.
Why?
I just feel there was too many games in that season where he was very tactically naive.
Oh, he's shit. He's a shit manager. Fucking stealing a living. Goes
To be
over
fair, I
to
slated him after 18 minutes today when they were 1-0 down and they came back to win 5-1. So I looked a little bit of a dick. But honestly, I think he might be one of the first to go next season if there is a sacking.
I think the reason I say the Chelsea game is he played right into Mourinho's hands. A draw would have done fine. Just fucking stick everybody back, knock the ball around, still in our own hands. That for me. I know some people will say the Palace game, but no, for me it was the Chelsea game. We just didn't need to do it.
A draw wouldn't have worked though.
No, we wouldn't. And
Yeah. Still would have lost the
In a
league. We
row.
lost by,
Did we have
we
to
lost
go?
by-
Did we have to get a win in that one?
yeah, we would have in the end because we lost by 2. The Palace draw is what killed it.
No, but I'm talking about in the moment, at the time, the way the league table.
Yeah,
was
we
set up.
lost the game we lost the league by 2 points. So if we'd have beaten Chelsea, we'd have won the league.
Yeah,
Okay,
beating,
let's
but Craig was like
rewind
a
back.
draw would work.
We dropped points to to Palace after the Chelsea game.
Yeah.
So let's focus, and we would have won that game because we wouldn't have had to go as gung ho as we did on goal difference. So if we get the point with Chelsea, we beat Crystal Palace. That's what I'm talking about. I'm
Yeah, I
sure
think
it
there
was in
would
our
have
own
been
hands at that moment against Chelsea. I'm sure we just had to not lose. I'm almost positive of it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because if we'd have drawn against Chelsea and beaten Palace, we'd have still won the league. We would have won.
Exactly.
Actually, no, we'd have been drawn on points, wouldn't we? We'd have got the same points.
We chased the goal difference against Palace, and that's what caught us.
Wait, yeah, we needed.
Palace, yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. We were 3-0 up really early, and I thought we were going to do it.
Yeah, I think
Joe
we needed
Allen
to get
scored.
7 or something. Was it 6 or 7?
Something
Seven.
like that.
7.
Oh,
Yeah,
mate,
that
that's
game.
gutting.
Yeah.
I remember being at that game and genuinely thinking Sam Allardyce's West Ham had a chance against Man City away from home.
And then Nasri banged them in, didn't he? I think he got 2.
Yeah.
Now for the
Okay.
awkward conversation, lads. The one Paddy loves me having every fucking stream.
Oh,
Loves
fuck
me
off.
having.
Oh, come on, no!
Give me a break. Give me a break.
The reason I'm going to ask you guys about the thing that Paddy doesn't want me to bring up is because I addressed it on a stream the other day. I'm starting to get the feeling that Salah's off.
I'm not commenting on that situation because I'd be cancelled.
There was another photo of Rami Abbas and Ian Rush today. Like that means anything, but I could see why you're starting to feel that, mate. To be honest, it's getting frustrating.
And I'll double down on that with the same thing I said a few days ago. I think one of the two will go. I do. I think one of Mane and Salah will go. I hope they don't. I'm still saying that. I hope they don't. But if we had to lose one of them, I'm going to say I'd rather keep Mane.
Ooh.
Why do we have to make these decisions?
We don't have to make these decisions, but we have to. We can debate about them. I wouldn't want to be in the
I'll
seat of anyone who has
why.
to make this decision.
I'll explain why. I think one, I'm sick of the drama around Salah. I've got to put that out there. I'm sick to death of it. 2, I think he's easier to replace. No, I'm not saying his goals are. I'm absolutely not saying we can go out there and flatly sign somebody that scores 40 a season. I'm not saying that. The goals will still have to be shared around, but I do think he can be replaced in the system. Maybe not as an individual, but in the system, I feel like he's easier to replace. And I think, I don't know, and I look at you, I'm contradicting myself from a few weeks ago, but look, we are football fans and these things do come to my mind. And I think with Diaz, I'm seeing somebody that I used to see with Mane and Salah, somebody who will take on a fullback, somebody who will stand them up, go from a standing position, go past them, cut inside, go outside, just give them something different to think about. And I just think that I probably can't describe this, but I feel more comfortable if we kept Mane at this moment. If we had to keep one.
It's very tough. I think there's no question. The second half of the season, Salah has been abysmal, for want of a better word. And his overall play has been very, very poor. I thought, again, he tried yesterday, but ultimately he couldn't get at and going. He looks out of ideas, and it's like every defender has his card marked now. They know how to stop him. He's easy to stop, I think. But I wouldn't know if I'd go as far to say I'd rather sell him than whoever. But I'm at this stage where if he doesn't agree a deal and he does move on, I think I'm very confident the club will be very fine, and I'm very confident that Jarrod Bowen could be the perfect replacement. Also, he was phenomenal today for West Ham. Phenomenal.
There was this I mean, Chris, we'll have our moment in a minute, Chris. Don't worry. We've got him on board now. We'll have our moment in a minute. But there was just times yesterday, Chris, where I looked at the game and we seemed to have a lot more space on the left side when we attacked with Robertson and with Luis Diaz. And we seemed to be able to get at them a lot more down that side. And we were getting nothing down the other side. And look, if you're looking at it, like Reece James is a better defender across on the right-hand side than Alonso would be on the left-hand side. And we had him on toast yesterday on many occasions, whereas I didn't think we were getting any joy down the right-hand side. And I'm trying to figure out if that was the relationships, if it was the way Trent was playing and Salah was maybe tracking back to provide more cover. I was trying to be balanced about it, but ultimately we got nothing down that right-hand side.
I agree. I do think having Trent to find Diaz with a diagonal does help him a lot. Are you laughing? Is it my mic again?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it gone again?
Just talk away, Chris. Just work away. Just talk away.
My mic again. Well, yeah. So it's just gone to 10 again. By the way, sorry about that. But yeah, I think the way that the Diaz works on the diagonal from Trent does make a massive difference. I don't think Robertson can provide that to Salah, but I also think Salah does get occupied more because look, he's a man who's scored 30 goals and got 15 assists this season. Like he has 2-3 men on him regularly when he's running with the ball. Yes, most of the time he at the start of this season he still had that, but he always found a way to get out of it. His amazing dribbling goals were just a pure example of that.
But he refuses to go around the outside, Chris. Ever
nowadays, yeah. It's frustrating, man. It's a really difficult one. I don't want to debate between him and Mane because I think I can't really tell you which one's more valuable because in the current moment it's Mane. In the long term, it's obviously Mo with the numbers he's got. But yeah, hopefully we don't have to come to that decision. I really hope we don't.
So, chat, boys, do we think both sign?
I just think by the way, I'm sick to the back teeth talking about fucking Salah's contract, but I think it would, if it was going to be done, it would have been done, and I just don't think it will be.
Yeah, I still think both get done. I've still got that positivity within just about the both get done, but it's going to be a long old summer. It really is.
What to do with a man like Bobby Firmino, gents?
I love the guy, love him to bits, but I reckon we're close to the end times for Bobby.
Yeah.
Unfortunately so.
Begrudgingly agree.
Yeah.
Because I love him as well.
And nothing to do with how he played yesterday. I just think we've outgrown him, to be honest. And that's
I think it's more of a case of Bobby going down.
Leaving Atletico Madrid, I'm not at all surprised. I'm fucking almost guaranteed that there'll be a sniff around for Bobby Firmino from Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, I concur.
And I think it will be a cracking move for him as well.
I think he'll go at the end of next season, by the way. I still think he'll run down his contract. I don't think we'll try and sell him. I don't think we'd be able to get that much for him anyway. No one's going to pay 30 million, 40 million for him. And it wouldn't really be worth us selling him otherwise. So to have that squad option available next season, I think that's fair enough. And I think he'll go on a free. And I wish him goodbye. And if he does sign a new deal, great.
Chris? What if he decides, all right, look, I fully accept now that with Diaz coming in, if Mane and Sadio sign new deals, with Jota there, maybe he looks at it and goes, I wouldn't mind a new challenge. I've only got X amount of years left. So if Bobby was to come to the manager, and this is kind of where I've been with Joe Gomez as well. I've always will come down to what Joe Gomez wants to do, and I think it'll be the same with Bobby.
I think it's different with Gomez purely because I think there is a future there with him, a long-term future with Gomez. There isn't that much of a long-term future with Bobby Firmino, and that's why I think he'll be more in control of his destiny than Gomez is. And look, if Bobby says to this summer that to everyone that look, I want to go and apply my trade somewhere else, the club will sell him, and they won't be stinge bags with it. Like they'll say, if you give 15, 20 million, I think that'll be enough to take him off your hands. And he's a cracking player, man. He's been amazing for us for the last half a decade plus. So look, I think he goes and does amazingly somewhere else. But I don't think that means that any Liverpool fan is going to have any disregard for Bobby Firmino. We all absolutely love him. He's one of my all-time favourites. I know he's your favourite, Craig.
Oh, I love him.
I know you love him as well, Paddy. So look, that's the way it is. He's quality. We all love him.
Thank you, Funky Nibby. Thank you so much, mate. And it's been a ding-dong battle. It has. As I said, I've always said I've got no problem with City's fans, with their coach, with their players, apart from the fact that we're in Pep's head. But, fair play. Thank you, mate. You're very kind. And look, we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens on the last day. Right, one more little thing before we finish up. Gerrard Bowen. I want Gerrard Bowen. Make it happen. Chris, over to you.
Just saying. Been on this train for so long.
Did I mention?
He's from my hometown. I've always wanted it for that primary reason anyway. He's probably the best thing ever to come out of Hereford, apart from like beef and cider. And
what about that Euro fella?
Huh?
What about they got Euro?
No, I'm not even going to go there. I'm not going to go there. I'm not. I can see through you there.
Somebody needs an explanation of what xenophobia is, I think.
Jesus Christ. Unbelievable.
I don't think he understands xenophobia.
What's that in relation to?
I don't know, but whatever it's in relation to, there's been no xenophobia shown here. Chris isn't afraid of other nationalities coming in and taking over his country, and that's not what this is about. So go away, my friend, and learn xenophobia and what it means, and then we'll have the conversation.
Exactly that. But yeah, Gerrard Bowen is proving his. Just muting my mic somewhere.
You're an idiot.
No, that wasn't me that time. Gerrard Bowen has proven not only to me that he's like my local man, local hero, but he is a top quality footballer. And if he's not on the plane to the World Cup in December, I have in November, December, I don't know what they're thinking, to be honest with you. He's just unbelievable, and he proved it again today. He's so good.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. He's phenomenal. The goals he got today as well were spectacular. He's just, I think he could be a really, really good signing. Really good. I'm really on board now, but I think he's going to command a mad amount of money.
And I think the reason I'm bringing back with Bowen again is it's looking most likely that West Ham are in the Conference League next season. And I know they had a great run in the Europa League this season, and the players will have got a buzz from that, but be difficult looking around if you're Rice, if you're Bowen, looking at that. And as much as you may believe in what your manager is doing, I do think it would be very hard for Bowen, particularly right now, if the right offer came in for him to go to a club like Liverpool. And there is a comment here from Dave Smith, which is very valid. And that's kind of where I was going to go with it next. If we weren't to bring in Bowen, do we think maybe Klopp looks at the centre-forward situation with losing Origi, and maybe there is a show for, I don't want to say Darwin Núñez, but it's the only one I can realistically think of off the top of my head.
You have Mane.
Mane got Jota in that situation. I think it'd be crazy. Like I said with Haaland.
Yeah, I agree, Chris.
Has he gone again? Are you turning it down?
How
we turn your mic down?
Honestly, it keeps doing it. I mean, the last time it happened, someone muted me, but. Yeah, it's plugged in. It's properly plugged in. I don't know. It's StreamYard.
Get a receipt. Get your receipt and go back to the shop.
It's not the mic. It's StreamYard. The StreamYard mic volume is turning it down over and over again. But yeah, anyway, we'd have to like I said with Haaland, we'd have to completely change our system. I'm not. I don't claim to be. But we'd have to completely change the way we play. I'm just not even going to talk anymore.
Chris, can you learn sign language?
I don't know what to do. It's not me. It's not me this time, boys.
Wow.
What do I do?
This is unreal. Just keep talking.
No, I'm not going. I'm not talking anymore.
Thank you.
Paddy, talk me through the search for a potential centre forward or another attacker if we're to lose one of the boys.
I think it's a weird one because Mane's been so good through the middle. I really enjoyed Mane through the middle. I think he can. I think we're in no rush to get a. I would look at maybe a backup. A backup to Mane would be great. A backup to Salah on the right as well would be great. But as in terms of a big main man, I think
You
we're
can
okay.
edit mic settings. Someone's messing with my mic. You can edit mic settings.
All right, Chris. Here's my mic and here's my hands.
I can rumble it. Look, I can do it. I can edit Paddy now. I can edit Paddy. Now Paddy talk.
Right, Chris, you talk away and here's our hands. And Connor's not in the background, as you know, you can see.
No, you can edit mic settings. It's one of you boys. I knew it.
On my children's life, it isn't me.
On my life, it wasn't me. I don't even have. What do you have to have access to the admin thing?
Oh, wow. So it keeps doing it. It can't be like on it, but fairs.
Chris is having a manic episode.
I am because I'm confused. I don't know how it keeps getting turned down. I'm trying to explain it. I'm trying to find and explain.
Oh, that is unreal. That is unreal.
I think probably a good time to wind this one down, gents, and bring it to a close. We will see you all tomorrow, no doubt, for the same time, same place tomorrow. I will be recording my preview ahead of the Southampton game. That's going to be going on tomorrow afternoon. But yeah, we'll see you guys. Paddy, have you got a feed for streamer on tonight?
I have to do one, yeah, but my hangover is kind of stopping me. But I will go on, yeah, I will go on.
Coolio. Thank you to Chris. Thank you to Paddy. Thank you to our sponsor, Surfshark. I should probably play out with the ad again, just so a box ticking exercise. Yeah, Surfshark. Yeah, link in the description below. 83% off, 3 months additional free, and don't forget you also get the 30-day money back guarantee. Best VPN provider on the market, my friend. Thank you to Surfshark. Link below. Thank you to Chris. Thank you to Paddy. Thank you to the gremlins in Chris's system, and we will talk to you guys very soon. Lots of love. Bye bye.
Bye bye.